Hello everyone, this is iSleep, and today we will be covering the best weapons you can run in Battle Royale as of right now. This list is in no particular order, as we will be showcasing the weapons that are the best in their role, and you are free to choose whichever suits you best. Starting off this list with the close quarter secondaries, and we have the only SMG on this list, that being the PPSH. It features an excellent combined time to kill, which is time to kill factoring all the different damage multipliers, and is on par with other SMGs like the Fennec and the CX-9. But while they suffer from lower damage per mag, the PPSH has a huge 65 round mag, which is more than enough to wipe the entire squad before having to reload. However, the main strength of the PPSH is its hipfire accuracy. If you use our recommended build, hipfire spread is so tight that you quite literally don't have to aim the gun at all, which lets you retain your full mobility while being accurate enough for most of your engagements. Next, we have the shotguns. The HS-0405 takes the crown as the best single-fire shotgun, as is the only one that is capable of achieving a one-shot kill against 300 HP without the need for headshots, unlike the KRM and Vi-15. This makes it a very scary weapon to play against, especially when used in tight corners or paired with movement classes like Ninja or Quick Strike, which allow you to close the distance on the enemy. It does have a slow fire rate, so you will have to abuse movement mechanics in case you need a second shot, but if you are accurate, you are looking at the most lethal close quarters weapon, which can be very frustrating to fight against. If you're instead looking for a shotgun that's easy to use, then there's the Echo, which is the best full auto shotgun. Compared to similar weapons like the JAK-12 and the Striker, the Echo has an higher and more consistent damage profile, usually taking 3 shots at an opponent and sometimes only 2. This combined with a large mag size of 25 allows you to clear entire rooms simply by holding down the trigger, while being extremely difficult to outgun. The last secondary weapon on this list goes to a sniper support, which are weapons that you pair with the sniper rifle to cover close mid-range. And the best weapon for this role is the Type 25. With stopping power reload equipped, it has the fastest time to kill of all the full auto weapons at 630 milliseconds, up to an impressive range of 15 meters, which is significantly further than other weapons with similar time to kill. It can also be built to have similar strafe speeds as SMGs, and even though its recoil is not the best, it is more than sufficient for the ranges you'll be using it, which is up to 30 meters. The only downside is the small mag size due to the necessity of the stopping power mag, limiting you to only 30 rounds. This means that extended mag mods are a must if you want to take on multiple opponents. Now moving on to the range primaries, we have the best assault rifle. I say this with quotation marks because this isn't actually an assault rifle, but rather an LMG, the recently added Bruen with the 60 round AR conversion. You can think of this as the perfect jack of all trades. Great time to kill that beats most weapons, check. Low recoil, check. Fast bullet speed, also check. And since it's an LMG, it comes with LMG perks as well, having higher bullet impact than other weapons and benefiting from the Disable perk, which applies to the whole body, making it even harder to challenge at range. And thanks to the 60 round light mag, it handles much more like an AR rather than a slow and heavy LMG. The only downside is slower sprint speed, but even that is barely a downside, where you can always just pull out your melee when you need to sprint faster. But if you're willing to trade some of that versatility for even better lethality, then you can try out the S36, boosting some of the best long-range time to kill of any full auto. Just like the Bruen, this allows you to rival most SMGs in the prime range, while also beating out just about every other full auto gun at range. And unlike guns like the Odin and the DRH, which have similar time to kill, the S36 does not rely on being super accurate, as the fire rate and body multipliers are way more forgiving. The massive mag size of 110 rounds also means that it can potentially wipe up to 2 whole teams in one mag, if you're accurate of course. But this time to kill does come at a cost. While the recoil is mostly vertical, it does have some strong magnitude shift in the middle of the spray, which can cause you to choke shots. And unlike the Bruen, it doesn't have an AR conversion mag, which means that it will handle much slower than ARs, making it harder to react quickly in skirmish gunfights.
Before we continue, we have a quick service announcement. Many of you are eagerly anticipating Warzone Mobile, which we already plan to cover on the channel soon. But currently, Warzone Mobile only has servers in Australia, South America, and Europe. So if you're not in one of these regions, you might be unable to enjoy the game. But fear not, we have a solution for you. Introducing GearUp Game Booster, your ticket to playing Warzone Mobile from anywhere in the world. If you're worried about ping and latency issues, GearUp's got your back too, as it allows you to select your preferred region for the most stable and low latency gaming experience. The beauty of GearUp extends beyond Warzone Mobile. As many of you have experienced, losing a game due to lag can be incredibly frustrating. We all have that one game where we are so close to catching a 1v5, but then your ping decides to step in, causing you the game, game and embarrass you in front of your teammates. This is where GearUp comes to the rescue yet again. With just a push of a button, it can supercharge your gaming connection, boosting your ping and ensuring you never suffer from lag-related issues again. And this applies to any online game, including Call of Duty Mobile. Plus, it is easy on your device's resources and safe to use, so there's no reason not to give it a try. If this all sounds appealing to you, click the link in the description to get started with GearUp today, so you can enjoy seamless gaming regardless of your location or the game you're playing.
The last category of weapons on this list are the sniper rifles, and the first of these is the XPR-50, the best DMR. Its ability to foretap anywhere on the body, regardless of distance, paired with its good fire and non-existent recoil, makes it an incredibly strong option for mid to long ranges. And unlike weapons such as the M21 EBR, it does not suffer from having slow bullet velocity. All this combined makes it an incredibly deadly and easy to use option for long range. If both actions are more like your thing, then you can check out the HDR. Its ability to one tap to the head makes it very effective for those who are accurate, allowing you to down enemies before they can even react. The high body shot damage also lets you use it as a way to start fights, as like just one shot will bring your enemy down to at least half health. This paired with having an incredibly fast bullet velocity of over 2000 meters per second means that you don't have to lead nearly as much as other sniper rifles. And up to 70 meters is pretty much hit scan. It does handle very slow however, which does make it quite a bit harder to use aggressively, which is why the newly added Tundra can serve as a great alternative. Just like the HDR, it is capable of achieving a one-shot headshot at any range, but that is where the similarities end. Compared to the HDR, it treats quite a bit of bullet speed and body shot damage, for much faster ADS time and fire rate, making it the perfect option for quickscoping. You can think of this as being very similar to the Kar98 from Warzone 2020. It is the highest skill cap weapon in the game, being able to virtually outgun anything with the exception of shotguns, if you are good at landing headshots. Now before we end the video, I'm sure that a lot of you guys are thinking, why isn't this gun here? Why isn't that gun here? So this portion will be dedicated to covering some of the more popular options and why they aren't featured on the list. And we have 3 different guns to talk about. Starting off with the most popular assault rifle, the AK-47. Many will claim that it has high damage per shot, and while that is true, it does not translate into having amazing time to kill. Its time to kill is competitive, sure, but it does not even come close to guns like the Bruen, the S36 by any stretch of the imagination. Its main strengths are the low recoil and the high damage per mag, which makes it quite easy to use. But even then, the LK24 is simply the better option, with similar ease of use but even faster time to kill. Another very popular assault rifle, the M4, the quote-unquote aimbot gun, which is also arguably the most overrated assault rifle in the entirety of Battle Royale. Outside of having stronger than average aim assist, it doesn't really have much else going for it. Its time to kill is mediocre, especially at range, and the recoil, while quite low, it's not really enough considering the low damage profile. So unless you're a beginner level player who's less confident in your aim, you would be better off with other or top tier options which have better time to kill and better recoil. Then there's the AK-117, which is quite recently being seen as the best assault rifle by a lot of players. But once you take a closer look at it, it is basically an AMAX with worse recoil and worse time to kill, and that gun isn't on the list, so that should give you a pretty good idea as to why this gun is not here. So, well yes, it is a pretty good option. It is not nearly as good as the Bruen when it comes to being an all-purpose assault rifle. And that just about wraps up the list for the best weapons in Battle Royale. Let us know in the comments if you have any other weapons that you recommend, and if you found the video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Going dark. Its time to kill is competitive, sure, but it's nowhere close to guns like the Bruen or the S36. I hit my elbow.